everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I want to give you an update on my One Book July. So One Book July, it has been a really good experience for me. I will show you in a minute my tip-in. If you don't know what I'm doing for my One Book July, I'll leave a card here and you can access my older video. In my previous video, I tell you about what I'm doing for this One Book July. In this video, I will give you an update. So let's just jump in. Okay, so this is my tip-in. So in a nutshell, for this One Book July, I wanted to find stuff in my collection and acknowledge them and give a bit of love to them. So I was looking for those stuff in my collection. I did not go out and buy anything new. The whole purpose of this challenge was for me to not feel bad for not spending money, because I already have so many things, so I just wanted to give love to the things that I already own. Now these are things that was bought by me or gifted by someone else to me. If you guys follow me on Instagram, then you will have seen a daily post from me for my One Book July challenge. I have added several things to my One Book July list. I call them appreciation list. So I have written down every single item that I've shared on Instagram. So my very first item was my watch. The second one was my kettle. I know it's quite random, but I absolutely love drinking tea. I am a chronic tea drinker, so and I just really love my kettle. I bought it a couple of weeks ago actually, because my previous kettle broke, and I'm like, little things like my kettle and the shape of my kettle makes me so happy. So every time I go to make myself a cup of tea, I just find myself admiring my kettle. So it's a bit of an odd one, but there you go. The third one is a perfume that I haven't worn for years, and that perfume was my favorite perfume, to be honest. It brings back a lot of lovely memories. Fourth one was my Lemony Flutter, which is a cuticle butter from Lush. It smells so good, and my husband bought it for me as a gift, so I thought I'll add that in. One of the things that I use on my nails is a cuticle butter or a body butter. If you guys know that I have been posting a couple of videos about, blog posts about my nails, because I get a lot of questions about my nails and how I grew them. I have developed a routine to help my nails grow longer. I was never able to grow my nails long, but now I have long nails, so I thought I'll share some ideas and tips with you guys. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you should head over to samsamstation.com and you will find the nail related articles under the lifestyle section. The fifth one was my glasses, and the regular glasses that I wear, I get a lot of compliment on that, and I never really think about the compliments I get, but I just realized the other day, like, the amount of time people stopped me to ask me where did I get my glasses from, it's crazy. And every time I tell them, and I tell them how much I paid for them, which was only like 53 quid, and they're prescription glasses, people's jaw just drops. So I thought, yeah, it's time for me to actually give a shout out to my glasses, because they're really cute. They're big, cute, and I just love them. The sixth item was my glass nail file. Again, it's related with nails. I'm a bit obsessed with nails at the moment. Glass nail files was one of the reasons why I was able to grow my nails this long, because I never cut my nails with a nail clipper. Never. As soon as I stopped doing it, my nails started to show improvements. Just the other day, I filed my nails shorter and they have already grown so much. I don't know how it happens, but I find myself, when I file my nails too much, it just grows longer. The seventh item was my art journal. If you guys already seen my previous video, you know that recently I have moved houses, and a lot of my stuff just got lost, or they just are in a storage box, so I didn't know where all my supplies were. So when I found my art journal, and I looked through my insert, and I realized how much I loved drawing and coloring with watercolor. It was just a really nice reminder for me that I need to get back at it. So that was a really nice surprise for me. The eighth item is a jewelry box that I got from Sorrento when me and my husband went there for our honeymoon. It's a really nice little square jewelry box made out of wood, and it had a veneer topping where there were two cats staring into a scenery. It's such a sweetest thing, and when I saw it in Sorrento, I thought, yeah, this is something I need to buy, because it has cats on it, they are my favorite animals, and I just need to have it, really. So I bought that ages ago. That was 2 years ago, something like that. So yeah, I'm quite happy that I acknowledged it, because it just sits on my dresser. It doesn't get that much love in general, but it does give me joy. Like whenever I look at it, it brings back a lot of nice memories. So I thought that deserves to be on the list. The ninth item is my bulldog clips. I don't have that many bulldog clips. If you have seen my DIY pen loop video, you know that I don't like bulldog clips to use as my pen loops or anything. I use my pen loops with a strip of leather. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, you should check out my video. But yeah, I don't like to use bulldog clips for clipping anything because it just gives a tiny hump. But I do like them for making inserts, because when I staple my inserts, I hold my inserts with bulldog clip and then I can staple it accurately. I'm trying to show you where I've done that. Let's show you there. You see, I staple my inserts and it helps me to staple them properly. I did buy them from TJ Maxx and they were a bit pricier than normal. I got a box of them and with different colors. It was just cute, so I had to get them. And they're the only bulldog clips I own. Alright, number 10 was my corner punch. Now you guys probably can see I don't punch my corners that much, but I do round my bookmarks whenever I make them. Let me see if I have got one here. Yeah, there you go. So when I make my bookmarks, the corners are all rounded. So I do love my corner punch. It didn't cost that much, but it is a really robust corner punch, and you know, it's nice. It gives a professional touch to any sort of paper, so I like having it. Okay, so we're getting close to the list of our mid-July. The 11th item is my Paper Chase A5 planner. So this is my very first planner that started all the obsessions. It is a A5 Paper Chase planner. It's a ring binder, a beautiful color. Actually, I'll go and get it. Here it is. I thought this one gets a special shout because it is something which is planner related. So this is my very first ring binder, and I started with an A5. I'm one of those people who started big and then worked myself to a smaller size. So I started off with an A5, then I went to personal, and now I am in a pocket size. And I also have a micro TN, which I have to show you very soon. So yeah, this is my very first planner. As you can see, the color is lovely and it's just a ring binder. So there is me and my husband. This is so old, this picture. Anyways, so I am holding spare inserts right now. If you guys have seen my Filofax videos from years ago, you probably have seen all of this setup anyway. Just a shout out, when I was using A5 planner, this is the insert I used to use. This is a free insert that I got from a blog. I can't remember what blog it is, but if you go on Pinterest and search for free A5 Filofax insert, this insert will come up. It's quite popular actually, and I really loved it because I had so much space to write. I didn't use some of the heading personally because, for example, to get to buy, I don't usually buy every day, so that section was kind of irrelevant for me. Mill to plan is quite good. To contact, to call, to write, that was okay-ish. Today's memory, this is something I really like, and this is something I do with my lightning decks as well when I have a lot of space. So if I have lots of space, I will journal a little bit. So it's quite nice that this insert has a little bit space for journaling, and there is a little space if you wanted to write a word for the day or something. I really liked this insert. This is the only insert I used when I was in this planner, and then I bought the Malden A5, and even in Malden I was using this insert because this is the insert that worked for me the best. If you guys are interested about this insert, then I will try my best to find the link and link it down below, so keep an eye for that. Alright, so the 12th item was my Leuchtturm. Now you guys probably already know I have a Leuchtturm. This is my Leuchtturm. This is a lime color Leuchtturm, and it is my favorite notebook in this whole world, apart from my traveler's notebook obviously. So this one is beautiful. The paper is lovely, and I use this for my YouTube, for my blogging. This notebook is just for creative ideas, creative thoughts. Also, it's a good notebook if I'm attending any webinar, those sort of thing. I really love this notebook, and I love the color of the paper, and the quality of the paper is really good. For me personally, it works when I have a separate notebook for creative ideas and brainstorming. I think this notebook is really good for that. If you guys are interested in buying a notebook and you're thinking about Moleskine, then I would highly recommend Leuchtturm, because I do have Moleskine and I'm not that keen on the paper quality, whereas with Leuchtturm you really get good bang for your buck. I mean, this notebook is what, like £15 or 12? I don't know, I'm not sure. This was gifted to me, so I can't comment on the price, but Leuchtturm is a reasonable price for the quality of paper and the amount of paper you get. I think the price is justified. Okay, so number 13 is my Nook. If you guys didn't know, I love reading books. And recently I just finished reading A Court of Wings and Ruin, and I absolutely loved it. If you guys haven't read A Court of Thorns and Roses series, you should start, because, oh my god, I can talk and talk about that book for ages, but I'm not going to bore you with that right now. What I'm going to talk to you about is my Nook. That device has been with me for 5 years, and it has been with me everywhere. When I commute to university, I take my Nook with me, without a doubt, and I always read in the train. There are times when I'm walking to the train station, I will listen to an audiobook, but when I'm sitting down in the train, then I will read a book. I'm so sad that Barnes & Noble doesn't make them anymore. Kindle dominates the market in the UK. There are no other ebook readers. I know there's Kobo and some other, but usually Kindle is the one everyone goes for. So when Nook came into the UK, they really marked down their price for their Nook, and my one is Simply Touch. So when Nook was in the market back in 2012, it was only £30. £30 for an ebook reader. It was an offer, obviously, and I couldn't jump into that offer because I didn't know about that. But when I went to eBay, I found several of them, and I bought it for £40, which is still much better than I think Kindle. Kindle has a lot of ads in it, and it is very Amazon dominated, whereas Nook, it's not that dominated. You know, you can still have your own stuff. You can put an SD card in it, which is brilliant. I put all my books in an SD card. I just love my Nook a lot more, and I feel like I wouldn't like Kindle as much as other people do. Nook is my jam, but it's sad that they don't make it anymore, so I'm really holding on to this device, and I hope it doesn't break. I would happily use it for another 5 years, to be honest. Anyway, so these are the things that I've added to my One Book July appreciation list. One thing I will tell you is, as the days are going by, it is getting a bit difficult for me to find stuff to write about. Now, you know, I do have a lot of stuff, but I need to find stuff that are worthy to go on the list. Basically, stuff that gives me joy and happiness. I can't just randomly add anything. For example, I use my water bottle every day. I wouldn't add it to my appreciation list because it's not something that I feel like it's giving me joy. So as I'm going down the list, I'm finding it really difficult to add stuff. But don't get me wrong, I'm having so much fun finding stuff. For example, the biggest joy for me was finding my art journal. It was so much fun to flick through my art that I was doing, and those arts were literally back in 2016. I really loved discovering my past. So hopefully I will have another update video very soon, by the 31st. Fingers crossed, so I can talk to you a bit more about it, and I will also tell you what I will do with this tip-in once I'm done with it. It's really nice to have this tip-in, because when I want to look at my list and then I see how many things I've added, I can see that there are so many things that I have in my collection. Anyways guys, I hope you have enjoyed my video. I will see you very soon. I'm planning to make a video about my micro TN. That will be definitely next week. You guys should follow me on Instagram, because I have been sharing little snippets and stories about items that I add to my One Book July appreciation list. If you want to know how they all look like, then head over to my Instagram and you can see them. Anyways, thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Thank you. Bye.